This weekend, the first official trailer for the upcoming Star Wars show Skeleton Crew was released during D23. And with it, we may have also received our chance to hear the main theme for Skeleton Crew. Now, before I go any further, I say may because there's no assurance that anything that we hear in trailers is actually going to carry into the show. However, we did hear Andor's theme for the first time during its trailer, and the Outlaws trailer also seemed to rely heavily on themes. So, I wanted to break it down today for you and give my thoughts. The trailer begins with a light flurry in an electric piano and strings. This lighthearted feeling and leaning on it afterwards immediately gives this show that coming-of-age feeling full of magical possibilities and mystique. And the electric piano and synths seem to also give it some sort of 80s feeling that plays into the Goonies style theme that this show is designed to create. Now, this should be no surprise since the show is cast as being essentially the Goonies, but in the Star Wars universe.
Will set the course of your entire future.
From there, we hear the 5th scale degree of the tonic chord raise up to a lowered 6th. This shift is going to be key to everything else we hear. And this is nothing special or new. Essentially, the music is moving between borrowed or mixture chords, or really what we'll see in a minute as a chromatic median chord, which I'll explain in just a moment. However, these shifts will further emphasize the magical intrigue of this show that is clearly going to be cast as the next big family show in the Star Wars universe. After Neil, the little Ortolan, which I talked about in my last video, asks like what?
Like what?
The theme that I was hearing throughout this trailer kicks in. The most distinct characteristic of it is the descending major third to begin the theme. Now, normally we think of descending motion as being sad or negative, but here, the theme is so heavily part of the major chord that it's part of that the descending trajectory becomes overlooked by our brains. From there, the music actually seems to add an extra 2 beats on this B-flat major chord in order to allow for the monologue to clearly be heard before moving on.
What if we could go anywhere we want in the whole galaxy? A real adventure, no more pretend.
But then, the theme kicks back in by returning to its first note and then stepping up all the way to the lowered 6th, which I mentioned earlier. This lowered 6th scale degree is supported by a major chord built on the lowered 6th scale degree of G-flat. Now, this immediately grabs our attention because that G-flat major chord does not exist in B-flat major, our established key, and it requires the D natural that we just heard to be chromatically altered to D-flat as well. This shift excites our senses as it's unexpected, and the chord is what's referred to as a chromatic median chord, which is a chord built from the 3rd, or in this case, 6th scale degree, which is then chromatically altered.
A real adventure, no more pretend. I found something buried in the woods. What do you think it is?
From there, we repeat the descending major third before again returning to the chromatic median chord, and then this time shifting to an E major chord before moving back to B flat major. And the relationship between these last 2 chords is actually a tritone apart. I mean, this is a weird progression by any measure, and if these kids are going to be lost in that galaxy, this theme is going to be right there with them because these harmonic shifts seem lost as well for a bit before they finally do find their way home. Again, B flat major,
go anywhere we want in the whole galaxy.
to G flat major,
no more pretend.
then back to B flat
Found
major,
something buried in the woods.
G flat major, and then
What do you think it
onto
is?
E major before immediately shifting back to B flat major again. That is a harmonic trip, and it's worth noting that all of these chords were, of course, major. This is going to be a light, up-hearted kind of show, not a dark, downer kind of show. The descending major third returns over and over again in this trailer from there. First, it's pulled back to the high voices before the orchestras tear through again with the excitement of the action. Over and over, we hear variations of it.
I think it's a lost Jedi temple. Be careful where you step. We're lost. Really lost.
'Tis dangerous out there in space. Trust no one.
Then, finally, as the keys move across the room, it returns to a soft chime, signaling an important moment as the children seem to find a Jedi companion while locked
You're
up.
a Jedi.
This time, it moves next to the fourth scale degree before the final iteration, similar
You're a
to what it
Jedi.
did as they discover the Jedi Temple earlier in the trailer.
I think it's a lost Jedi temple.
So, I think that these chromatic mediant shifts are going to be a big
Be
part
careful
of
where
this
you step.
show as well. But, especially this descending major third, we are going to hear a lot. It doesn't make sense for us to have heard it quite as much as we did in this trailer otherwise, so keep an ear out for it starting on December 3rd. And I would absolutely love to know what you think.
Lost.
Are you excited for Skeleton Crew? What did you think of this trailer and its music?
Tomorrow's test will set the course of your entire future.
Don't you ever want to do anything exciting? Like what? What if we could go anywhere we want in the whole galaxy? A real adventure. No more pretend.
I found something buried in the woods.
What do you think it is?
I think it's a lost Jedi temple. Hello?
Be careful where you step. We're lost. Really lost.
'Tis dangerous out there in space. Trust no one.
Tell me in the comments below what you think and consider checking out my Patreon page using the link in the description, where you can help support this channel for as little as $1 a month or download PDFs and MP3s of projects as I complete them, along with other perks at higher tiers. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of a galaxy far, far away, and as always, may the be with you.